Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Relationship Real Talk, Live the Life's podcast. I am Alphonso Robinson.
And I am Ashley Albertson. And we wanted to create this podcast called Relationship Real Talk to do just that. Talk about what is real, healthy relationships, what do they look like, and why are they so hard to find and develop in today's culture. So that was really the heart behind this. A lot of the times we see movies and TV shows and we listen to music and we think those things are love. We see those things, we think, oh, that's how to have a healthy relationship, when really those things are showing us toxic, unhealthy relationships that are super codependent, and we don't really know how to operationalize healthy relationships. So we're going to be talking to some really awesome people in this podcast to ask them, how do they manage relationships? How do they have healthy relationships? How do they go out into the business world and have relationships? So again, this is going to be all things real talk. If you ever have a question, we would love for you to DM us on Instagram or Facebook so that we can answer those questions for you. But today, we're going to be introducing ourselves so you get a little bit of insight to who we are. So we're going to be asking each other questions. Alfonso, do you want to go first?
I will. And this question is off the top. It's not even from the card. It's crazy.
Oh, I love that.
Curveball. Oh, wow. All right. Now, this question is the number one interview question, but it's a very important question.
Okay, I'm ready.
Who is Ashley Robertson?
Well, that's your name.
I said
Ashley
Robertson,
Robinson. Ashley Albertson?
Wow.
That's okay.
Our names are very close.
They're very close.
And for a second, it low-key sounded like I said Alfonso.
A&A.
Ashley Albertson. There we go.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who am I? Wow. That's a very interesting question. And I will tell you, I don't like focusing on myself a lot. I like focusing on other people. I'm really good as an Enneagram 2, and you'll probably hear that a lot. I'm really sorry. But as an Enneagram 2, I really like focusing outward and not inward. So difficult question, but I'm going to answer it. So who am I? I am the oldest of 5. I'm the oldest child, which means I take on a lot of responsibility, and I think I need to do a lot of things without help because, a lot of my parents, they depended on me to do a lot of different things, and I like to think like I'm self-sufficient and independent. And because I'm really good at seeing what other people need and being a quote unquote mind reader, which is just being really good at watching people, creepy as that is, and telling what they want, I want other people to read my mind and my needs. So I am I'm a really good friend, but I'm not a really good person at being deep with someone else. I want them to be deep with me. So that's one of my big things is I don't want to focus on myself because I feel like sometimes if I focus on myself, then I'm being selfish. So
it sounds like you've been the strong friend for quite a while.
I do. And in this relationship arena that I'm in, a lot of my friends do come to me and they ask me questions, and I absolutely love that. I love being the person that people can go to. And then a lot of times people ask me, well, who do you go to? And I mean, I got to get better at being someone who's vulnerable and being okay with that. So that's the tip of the iceberg. We'll get more later.
I was about to say I'm the same way though, so it's definitely not a weird thing at all. Always the person people come to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, been like that for a little too long.
Yeah, and this does not count as one of my questions, but what Enneagram type are you?
Those are the otter and
no, the numbers.
The numbers. Oh. I don't think I did that one.
Listen, everyone, we are going to get Alphonso's number for the next one that we do because I know everyone here cares so much about his Enneagram type.
What's that? Because I heard you reference it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
So in one of our podcasts, we'll talk about Enneagram a little bit more. But so Enneagram is basically like a number system, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And each one is kind of just a deeper dive into like DISC or Lion, Otter, Beaver, Golden Retriever, or INFJ, whatever. Myers-Briggs, that's what that one is. So I will make you take the test, and it just kind of really dives deep into your personality.
I like stuff like that.
Yes, you will love it. And so, anywho, I will make you take that later.
Say no more.
So my first question, because again, that one didn't count, is describe the last time you laughed so hard you cried, or just laughed really hard.
The last time I laughed really hard. The last time I laughed really hard, my girlfriend, her name is Vakoya. I forgot. She said something off the wall. Vakoya's whole thing. This is very on brand for her. Sometimes her analogies are so left field that it makes you forget the entire conversation. And I want to know what connections in your brain made you pull those pieces together. And I can't remember what it was because it happens often, but it was it was late last night that it happened. And I forgot, but it was that was the last time. I know that wasn't much detail. But.
Incredible. So we'll say your girlfriend's off the wall sense of humor.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. All right. My real question. All right, we're going to start off easy. This should be easy.
Oh, okay, good.
What song would be a good theme song for you?
Oh my gosh, I did. So what we're doing is going through these Live the Life Family Frontiers cards, and we both went through these 54 cards and picked a couple of them to ask each other. And I will say, I looked at that one earlier, and my first thought, and this is not true, but my first thought was like, that I'm Going Under song by by Evanescence. And so I was like, sometimes, you just feel like, I'm going under, so much is happening, but no, that's not mine. I'm not in a deep, dark place. I promise. It was just a really funny thought. But I would say the song that I would choose for my life right now is called Defender by Upper Room. Okay. And the first line in the song is, "You go before I know that you've even gone to win my war." And it's kind of a song about the Lord going before you, taking care of things, and really just having the victory. And he's our defender. And I absolutely love that song because I get caught up in trying to be my own defender, trying to be my own person, relying on myself. And it's just a beautiful reminder that he is already gone before me. He's already won a war I don't even know about. So that's the one I would choose.
Okay. All right. I like that. What was the name of the song again?
Defender by Upper Room. Yes. All right. My turn. Okay. Alphonso, you are very gifted and talented, but which gift and or talent of yours has the potential to change the world?
I am going to actually say my people skills. And the reason why I'm going to say my people skills, everything I do is to put somebody in a better position. So things outside of work, I'm managing one of my friends. He's a rapper. I'm managing him. I do his graphics. I do his videos along with one of my brothers. I have my own clothing line that has a message, stepping over limitations every day. It's called Soul. And then in college mentoring program, BBLB, Big Brother, Little Brother. My sole purpose, I feel like, is to take whatever talents I learned throughout life and to either spark somebody else's interest or be able to take my talent and to put somebody in a position where they can be well off. I feel like that's my biggest thing because that's really all I care about with everything, honestly.
If you guys could have seen me, I just learned so much about Alphonso. My jaw was like dropped the whole time. That is so cool. Like half of those things I didn't even know.
Oh yeah, I'm a man of many hats.
So many, jack of many trades. I can absolutely relate. And I absolutely love that. That is so cool. Wow.
Yeah, man. A little bit about me. All right. Get back to it. We're going to start with another easy one. I'm gonna hit you with the hard one last for sure.
Classic.
Let me go ahead and put that back. What is your dream job? Is it live the life? Is it more? Is it taking live the life to the next level? The people need to know.
I love this question. First of all, thank you for asking it. Okay, so if we're talking about dream job, like, okay, you can do whatever you want, doesn't matter, like money and all that stuff. Okay, I would truly love to be like a Nat Geo photographer, like going around the world, taking pictures, traveling. But as far as what I'm passionate about, I really am passionate about my job here at Live the Life. I relate so much to what you're saying about, putting people in a place to succeed and helping however I can. I absolutely love teaching our curriculums. We teach the True North Project in the middle schools and high schools, and we teach them how to have healthy relationships. And I talk to singles and I teach them how to look for relationship red flags and what do they actually want out of a relationship. And all of our work at the military, it's so fulfilling, and I truly see myself here until I retire and or die. So
wow.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked the question, because I know that you work here currently, but you do a lot of things, because I definitely know you're a photographer. So that was another reason why I asked, like, is this it for Ashley? But that's dope though. I think that's great that you actually feel comfortable here and feel like you can actually grow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
Yeah, I'd love to see it go to the next level. And to the photography thing, yes, I do love photography, and I absolutely love being there for weddings and stuff. But a part of what I love about it is that it is a hobby, and so I'm not trying to pay my rent. I can, if a bride needs me to do a wedding for cheaper, I can. I'm not, limited to, oh my gosh, if you don't, if I don't have a wedding this week and I can't, keep my lights on at my house. So I love it that it's a hobby. All right, Alphonso, let's see. Okay. What TV character is similar to your personality?
Wow. What a question. Because I definitely didn't see that in this. What cartoon character?
Or TV show.
Oh, wow. You did it with that one.
This is the hardest one.
Yeah, you did it with this one. Jeez. Okay, I'm about to sound like a major nerd right now.
I'm so ready for it.
Just bear with me. I'm going to say 2 shows, 2 completely different characters. If you watch anime out there, One Piece is a very long anime that I started watching. But when the main character Luffy, his main objective is to be the Pirate King. Now, look, we don't have time to go into that, but that's his goal. And the reason why I pick him is because he has a goal, and people around him might not understand the process of getting to that goal, but he does, and he's going to do it his way regardless. So him, and then another character, and I'm probably saying this just because he's one of my favorites, is another anime, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Alphonse. We almost share a name. He's powerful. Like, how can I not like him? And his throughout the entire show, his reaction to anything good or bad, you can really tell is genuine and it was pure. So that's why I relate to him. Everything that he reacted, it was never anything crazy, bad. When he reacted, it was almost like he thought everything through first and then reacted. So.
And if you guys didn't know, that's Alphonso telling you he is a big nerd, but I can't really speak because I am also a big nerd, and I do love Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Amazing.
He is so kind and so sweet. So, wow. Love that.
Of course. That's my guy. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and hit you with the hard one because you gave me a hard one. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of petty like that sometimes.
Love it.
All right. If you could have the answer to one mystery in life, what would it be?
The answer to one mystery. Okay. Again, I did read all of these. And so I was like, would I want to know if Bigfoot was actually real? Would I want to know if life is out there in the cosmos? But I think the one mystery I would want to know the answer to. Man, that's such a good question. I know, that was a good one. Let's think. And again, like, there's so many mysteries. Oh, I know. Okay, you know the Virginia colony that like disappeared?
Yes.
I want to know. I want to know what happened.
Y'all, if y'all would have saw her face. Like, she means business. She has to know. That is a good mystery, though. I forgot the name. Because I remember the history page in the textbook talking about it. Like, I just thought of another one, though.
Okay. Malaysia flight 317.
Yes.
Whatever it was.
It just completely disappeared.
Yeah, like gone. And I just
people playing.
Yeah, I just watched this whole little video on it about the path that it took and how they've been finding random pieces, but sorry, Virginia, it's Malaysia flight 518 or whatever. That is a modern mystery.
So wait, you're finding something, they're finding pieces?
Oh yeah, like it went up and through like parts of Asia, and then it was coming back down, and then they've been finding parts in like Africa and Australia. Oh my gosh, and there were people on board, man. Like, where did they go? So anyway, that's my modern mystery that I really want to know the answer to.
Yeah, now you gonna have me go into a deep dark hole.
You should.
Of the internet, because I'm definitely that person. Say no more.
All right, so let's see. Oh, okay, this is a good one. Okay. Is it ever okay to tell a lie? And if it is, give an example of when it is okay.
All right. Well, first I'm gonna put my moral hat on. It's never okay to tell a lie. For the kids out there, it's never okay to tell a lie. I've learned as you grow up, there's times where you might have to put a delay in the truth. Not necessarily a lie, not hiding information, but sometimes boy, sometimes you got to put a little extra seasoning on a story, or leave something out because you know how somebody is going to react. Like we can use parents for example. I'm a big believer in never lie to your parents, because I've learned early, if you're honest, things go so much better. But there's times where, as a kid, you know they're going to snap. You know, so you don't bring it up immediately. You might, after dinner, let me enjoy the nightly routines before I tell you the whole truth. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and tell people that it's not okay to lie. It's not, but it's human. We do it.
All right. Now this is a curveball to that question.
I'm listening.
Are you going to tell your kids that Santa Claus is real?
I'm going to start like young age. Probably around 8. Yeah, nah. Daddy bought the gifts. Mainly because. Now, I'll keep the whole, I'm never going to be one of the parents that's, Santa's never been real. Because even my parents, up until even now, what did Santa get you? So I'll still, play along like that. I won't be cruel and crush my child's dreams, but if he asks, I'm like, yeah, it came out of that check. I remember the exact check it came out of, because we needed it that month. But no, we got you that game system you wanted. But yeah, so eventually I'm gonna tell the truth, but I let him. ignorance is bliss at a young age.
Sounds like you're a delayed truth kind of guy. Interesting.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Who knows?
Who knows?
Let's see what I'm going to go with now. All right, I did that one. Oh, so we're on the last one. Last one? Yeah. How would you define success for your life, for you in your life?
Oh, deep. Okay, so success. Honestly, being able to look back and not have any regrets. And not no regrets, but just feeling like, okay, I accomplished something with my life. I was passionate about what I did. I have close relationships. And I mean, you know, I lived my life. I had a good life, close relationships. That's how I would define a successful life at the end of the day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied with that answer. I'll let you slide.
Thank you. Okay. My last question is, what do you especially like to be appreciated for?
I guess just the work that I do. I'm not necessarily a person that asks for the thank yous or to be acknowledged like that, because like you said about how you're always a go-getter, you just do. That's me. And I've been in a position where I just gotta do it. It is what it is. You just got to do it. What's crazy, I definitely just lost my train of thought that quickly.
No, that's okay. So what do you like to be appreciated for? And I'm going to add, so what do you want to be appreciated for? And then how do you like to be appreciated?
Well, for one, how? Just acknowledgement, because it doesn't come, I'm not going to say it doesn't come often, but it's not something that I'm looking for. So really just, hey, you did da-da-da-da-da, hey, good looks or good looking out, thank you. Just simple things like that are perfectly fine for me. I really don't ask for it that often, so when it happens, it definitely feels good. Definitely feels good. But I'm not really too big on that.
So you're a words of affirmation guy.
Yeah. And I also understand that sometimes people don't look at it like that, and other people have other things going on in their life, so they might not sit down and think, oh, when you did this, it was the greatest thing ever. Some people are moving 24/7. So I like to think how I think about it, because I'm moving. My brain constantly moves. So if I forget or if I don't say something, I definitely don't want nobody to come and be like, well, I did this for you and you didn't. No, because I will be the first one to be like, I will stop you mid-sentence and be like, look, I am sorry. You don't even have to continue. How can I make it up to you? Because clearly I made you feel some type of way. So yeah, that's me.
I love that. All right. So, that's a little bit about Alphonso and us, and myself. I'm going to ask you a question now that has less to do about you and more about relationships like in the world. So, like, why do you think that this podcast is important?
I think it's going to be important because I feel like people in the world don't understand perspectives as often as we talk about it. And because we're connected to our phones and social media so often, we look how other people govern their relationships and, they're doing this on there. I want to do that with mine. We really can't live like that because everybody has lived life differently. So the guests that we bring on here, from even just conversations me and you might have, because I'm sure you got stories you could tell. I definitely have stories I could tell. You're going to hear a variety of perspectives and you're going to be like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'm not crazy for thinking like that. Or, So that's how you handle that situation. Because honestly, I feel like 98% of the problems in the world is just communication. If you just simply sit down and have the conversation, and that is what I've learned the little bit of time I have been here. Every situation, it could be big, small, even things that I take to my girlfriend now. If I feel her I'm like, hey, let's repeat what you said. Maybe I need to listen. And we start over.
Yeah.
And it actually works out. So I feel like people will learn a lot from it because they'll actually learn instead of seeing social media and social media and reality TV shows be the dictator of what a relationship is. Because I also feel like young people, they look at their parents and the mistakes that their parents made and say they don't want that or they'll never put up with it, but they don't realize in a relationship, before you met that person, unless I'm going to just use my age, 23 years they've been on this earth without you. So they have their own thought process. They've been disciplined a certain type of way. So you can't, I feel like people our age forget that you're going to struggle. Now, I'm not saying if you have morals or you have certain guidelines that you're not going to break, I'm not saying break those, but people forget you're growing with a person. You're learning a person. So some things you're going to have to sit down, swallow your pride, and either forgive, move on, communicate, and build from there. And I feel like people don't do that now. Immediately if something goes wrong because they see Twitter, Instagram, oh, men da-da-da-da-da or women da-da-da-da-da. Like, nah, you got to go through that struggle. If you don't go through a struggle, you don't really know the person. So...
yeah. Wow, that was really well put. I absolutely agree with everything you're saying. And I think one of the things that I've seen as I've been teaching the classes that we do is a lot of the time when we do have those experiences that you're talking about that make us say, I don't want that, that's coming from our hurt and something that we've experienced is that's traumatic. Obviously, we don't want to experience that again. And then when we see someone that we are now romantically interested doing that, it triggers us and they have no idea that they've triggered us and that they've hurt us. So, we're taking that as like an immediate red flag, which of course there are some immediate red flags, but someone maybe cutting you off while you're talking. Well, maybe that was normal for them growing up, whereas for you, that's a huge red flag. So just, being cautious, but understanding that, again, you're right. They have all of this life experience apart from you and they don't know what sets you off. They don't know your triggers. So,
and then not to cut you off, but even the example with the family they've probably grown up we see all the time. We make fun of the families that we see on TV in person. They yelling da 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 da, and then 2 seconds later, all right, love you, goodbye. Like, people have weird relationships that we're not going to understand. So that person cutting you off, they think that's how a regular conversation is supposed to go because for 20 plus some odd years they've been doing that all their life. So
absolutely. So if you're listening to this and you have any questions, like we said before, please feel free to email us, DM us, however you want to ask your question. It'll be anonymous, or we can, use your name if you want to, but we are really here to answer those questions and give you those tools and skills to have the most happy, healthy, successful relationship you can.
For sure. And to add on, I think this would be good because we're younger than what most people are getting on relationship stuff and talking about. Like, if you podcast or people on YouTube, I'm not going to say they're old, but they're older. And from a college or younger perspective, you older. Instagram wasn't a thing when you were younger. So some of the problems that you're seeing, you don't know how to deal with. So I think because we have a decent range of experience and decently aged, I'm going to say that to not offend people. I feel like we'll be able to touch on a lot of the perspectives as well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you guys feel educated, encouraged, and empowered to thrive in whatever relationship you're in. So, hope you guys join us next time.